Hey everyone, welcome to Crypto Tips. We want to share with you our early experiences with crypto. And now there's a couple of reasons for that. First off, you need to know where we've come from and how far we've come right now. And also, there's not a lot of YouTubers out there that, were actually back during the day, the early days, that didn't have to go through like KYC and all this stuff. They're not used to that. They're many of them don't want to actually be public on that as well. So for me, I want to share with you our experiences. Heidi's going to share with her experience. I'm going to share with you my experience. So I'm going to get into me really quickly. I first started buying Bitcoin, learning about Bitcoin in 2012. I saw it back in 2011 or 2010, 2011 by a guy named Brother John F., but I didn't hop on it at that time. So it took a little while, but then I finally read the white paper because I was kind of sick of gold and silver being manipulated. That's what I had been trading. I put in what I had. I was working Uber at the time, and I was living in a bachelor pad with like 4 other guys in there. So it was kind of it wasn't the most comfortable situation, but I was doing that to save as much as I could to buy Bitcoin, because before I learned about Bitcoin, I was paying a little more in rent. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to put as much as I can in this because I think I'm really early into something that could really change my life and the people around us as well. So it took me a couple days to really learn about Bitcoin, not just read its white paper, but understand what its potential could be. And so, after learning that, I found out, okay, I can buy it on different places like Coinbase and others. Many others aren't actually around anymore. I remember this one that I was trading my first alts with was BTC-E. Oh geez, remember that one? Yeah, that was crazy. And then Cryptsy isn't along anymore, but that was my first one where I lost a bit of money on Ripple. Yeah, I was in Ripple back in the very, very, very early days. Lost it all because of Cryptsy. That was fun. But here's the thing, like when I used to trade gold and silver, I was doing like gold and silver mining companies. And so I had a brokerage account. And, one of the things that I had to do a couple times was switch brokerage accounts. And if you have anything to do with stocks out there, guys, you will know that switching from one stock account to another stock account, it is a pain in the rear because you have to do so much KYC to go put one stock into another exchange, right? Whereas when I found out about crypto and I was starting to see all of these different coins like trading, and it took me 1 minute to go ahead and set up an account on an exchange with a fake email address. It was great, and those were the good old days, guys. Those were days where I'll never forget, where there was zero KYC, there was no AML or anything, no ID or anything. It was so nice, and I could just literally within 2 seconds, I learned how to send from one wallet to another wallet. Those were really cool. So anyways, I got my roommates into this, and at the time, and unfortunately, none of them really had the conviction. I had one roommate who I was getting into like back even in 2015 into Ethereum when it was 70 cents. It was, I think he bought I finally got him to buy it like $1. And I'm like, guys, I said, man, keep these coins for a very, very long time and you're going to retire. You're going to be done. And, he ended up selling for like film equipment or whatever for his work. I'm like, oh my gosh. So it's like you can only share so much with somebody, but you can hold their hand as much as you can. But they're at the end of the day, they're going to have to decide their conviction and on Bitcoin and stuff. So with that said, Heidi, you want to share your experience?
Yeah, tag you're it.
Okay, sorry, hold on.
So yeah, Toby shared a little bit obviously about his experience, and I got into Bitcoin thanks to Toby. He was the one that was showing me about what crypto is, and
Our first date.
Yeah, basically I remember I was like, but how can there be money existing without government? I don't understand that. And so that took a while for me to wrap my head around, but dove right in. And shortly after that, I started posting on steemit.com. This is right after I left the US for the first time ever and started exploring other countries in the world. And that like totally changed my perspective on the trajectory of my life, new motivations, new goals, new priorities. And so crypto fell right into that as well. It was like out of the box thinking, especially coming from where I'm from, is in a very small town in the Midwest. The idea of traveling the world is like really out there, and so is crypto for a lot of people. So yeah, I started earning a lot of my crypto actually through posting on Steemit. It was relatively short-lived, but very lucrative. I think it was like over a span of like 3 or 4 months maybe. It was definitely a bubble, but I was able to leverage those. I was not leveraged, but selling that, putting it right into Bitcoin and Ethereum, having a nest egg for the first time in my life, and all of a sudden I had new opportunities in ways that my life could go that I never would have had otherwise. So Toby changed my life in more ways than one. Thank you very much. And yeah, so anyway, when I started Steemit, just like everyone else who started Steemit, we joined because we heard we can make money. And I already was familiar with what cryptocurrency was, but there's a lot of people who joined that didn't. So I realized that there's a need for simple education on cryptocurrencies. And I was not coming from a tech background, a computer science background, an economic background. I studied English at Purdue. So I was really approaching this cryptocurrency stance from like an outsider perspective and trying to wrap my head around things like smart contracts and blockchains and private keys and encryption and all of that. So that was the motivation for Crypto Tips, starting this channel. And also, you know, Toby said Brother John F. was his major influence. For me, I remember that it was Amanda B. Johnson on Daily Decrypt was a huge motivation for me. I think I tried imitating her a little bit in my first videos, but obviously it's better to be authentic with your own personality.
Very much.
So yeah, and also, you know, there was a few others, but it's been a wild ride seeing no one understanding or recognizing Bitcoin, the word, or what a cryptocurrency was, to now almost 10 years later, we have governments around the world holding Bitcoin in their reserves for one of the many use cases of Bitcoin as an inflation hedge, but also what Toby was referencing about regulations and the lack thereof of creating crypto accounts. Like back then, that was like when crypto was really pure, and it was when like anyone in the world could obtain cryptocurrencies. Compared to now with the regulations and all of the KYC you have to go through, it's so limiting for who has the ability to have exposure to cryptocurrencies for as an investment or as an inflation hedge.
Yeah, like right now there's 1 billion people that are unbanked and
that don't have IDs.
That don't have government IDs.
So they can't go through KYC if they wanted to, and they're not terrorists, they're not bad people, they're not criminals, they're just underprivileged and unable for one reason or another to get a government ID. Some people live out in the middle of nowhere and they can't even access their government building. Some people don't have the proper documentation to obtain government documents. So it's a shame, and that's why crypto being borderless, being unregulated is, in our opinion, a good thing, because it's free to serve anyone and everyone. Bitcoin is for everyone. I think that's an amazing thing. And there's not just Bitcoin, there's lots of other cryptocurrencies as well. Not all of them are good, but check out learningcrypto.com to see which ones we think are worth it. But yeah, so it's just been a really interesting journey for me, and I think for Toby too, the past 8 years. We're here in Switzerland, obviously. Do you guys recognize the valley that we're in? It's the perfect spot to stop, actually.
Pretty incredible. Look at that waterfall.
This is a famous waterfall, guys. Do you know what it's called?
And it makes these crazy noises like there's a rock falling all the time. It kind of freaks me out.
Our first day here, we're kind of freaking out as we're walking through here, because there's this rock fall, or this mountain range, and then this one that we're between, so the echoes are kind of intense. Okay, anyway, So we're in Switzerland now, and Switzerland is not a cheap place to travel around, to eat, by any means. But as we wrap up our short trip here, we were talking yesterday about, Toby's always like, can you imagine coming here like 10 years ago? Like, this would have been an absolute dream of ours, but totally unattainable because we just couldn't afford it. And I was thinking, that's true, but like, it doesn't mean that going places that aren't expensive aren't also an adventure. And we have so many fun memories and crazy memories. Actually, like, some of our most memorable moments are from like when we were
shoestring budget.
Yeah. So we find ourselves on a bus again. Old memories of Africa.
Yep.
But this time we're in, oh boy, Hanoi.
Hanoi.
Where are we going?
Unknown Length Bay.
Halong Bay.
Halong Bay.
Ticket costs us about $3 a piece.
Yep.
Not
bad.
Not bad. What's our view like?
Halong Bay.
Average run of the day bus station. Absolute shoestring budget. I'll loop together a couple videos I have actually from one trip that we did in Vietnam. That was a joke. It was like, what's the view from our hotel this time? So I just want to say I'm in Halong Bay, and I figured I should start a new series or a new little thing of showing you my collection of beautiful views from the hotels that I stay in. I mean, this one is just the best one yet. Who could put a price tag on that? We ready for view number 2 in Halong Bay, Vietnam. Yeah. Lovely cityscape for you. And
Oh, look at this ugly wall with the
pretty bad.
rusty.
But, and it was like, like $10 a night or something. Like, that was our average, like 10 to 15 bucks a night for a hotel. We would take buses, bring our own food as much as possible, and like, we made it work, and we had a lot of great memories, and that's shaped a lot of like our perspective on life, seeing how people live around the world that are in much different situations than us, and then we come to places like Switzerland where everything is beautiful, it's immaculate, it's like so clean and very safe, and it's very expensive. People are hit or miss. Some people are rude, some people are not.
I think most people they seem really nice.
Especially if you say Guten Morgen.
It's kind of, yeah, it's Guten Morgen.
Guten morning.
Yeah. Oh, and we got our friends here. Hold on. All right,
Okay,
guys.
We
So you got to see
met
this.
these
So this
guys
is one of the things that
yesterday.
we really like. Is
Careful of the
animals.
ice. I slipped on the ice
We're a
yesterday.
huge fan of animals,
Little
if you
guys.
can't tell. Good morning. Hello.
Hi, buddy.
You want to say hi to Crystal Tips?
Hi.
Hi.
You guys are so cute.
Hi, buddy.
Hi, little guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Wow, look at all the snow. It just fell.
Oh, we
Hi.
missed it.
I think they got it.
Maybe.
Hey. Hi, big boy. Want to say hi to Crystal Tips?
Patooties.
Hello. Hello. Let's see your teeth. Okay, you don't want to show your teeth. Good morning. Anyways. So
Oh,
this
this one's sweet too. Hello. Hi. You nibble on me?
is cute.
Oh, you got me.
He's like, oh, it smells like a cow. What are you doing, buddy?
This one's so sweet.
Hi, sweetie.
Aw.
They're cute.
Okay, that's like our 5-minute interlude with
Okay.
with the sheep. They're so cute. I want a sheep now. I'll live up to my namesake, Heidi in the mountains with the sheep. And yeah, we were on a shoestring budget. We had accumulated some crypto at that point. We were not cashing it out. We were
paper poor.
yes, we were very paper poor.
But no way I'm selling.
Yeah.
No way. It's like I knew that.
Toby was
This
working
is-
as an Uber driver. I was working as a waitress in a pizza shop, and also occasionally at a sign shop, screen printing. And Yeah, so we were making it work and scrimping and saving, but also making sure to always have an experience that we can invest in at whatever level that was.
Yeah.
So
I think, and you know, it may seem like I'm pretty intense in this space, like when it comes to whether it's Twitter, you can find me at
Just a
Sir
little
Crypto
bit.
Tips, or you know, like or YouTube, and people are like, "Oh, chill out, man." I'm like, "No, no way. I'm pretty dang passionate." You know, like there's very few people that are actually passionate in crypto. When it comes to like what it was built for, like if you understand Satoshi, hardly anybody's done research on Satoshi. It blows my mind. Like for instance, just the little things like I hardly get involved with this, but when people say, "Oh, it's Bitcoin, not crypto," I'm like, okay, then why did Satoshi in his emails to
so
different people say,
Bitcoin cryptocurrency.
yeah, he's called it cryptocurrencies. Like the type of people that, you know, they do zero research on Bitcoin and they kind of hop in on, you know, whatever the cool thing to hop in on. But
that's
I'm not
okay.
that
I
way.
mean, everyone's on a different part of their journey of understanding.
I get it,
As
but-
long as they keep pursuing it, I think it's important.
But when it comes to KYC and all these regulations and BlackRock and stuff,
yeah,
you know,
that's the
people
disheartening part.
people need to be warned about that.
But people think it's a good thing when BlackRock's piling in or when governments get involved because it's like it's creating validation for it. But it was validated at the early days, like I said, when we were started, like that was what it was about.
And really quickly, you know, when it comes to BlackRock and stuff, you have to understand who they are. I mean, getting excited about one of the most evil entities on the face of the planet isn't quite like inspiring, you know what I mean? Like you can tell most people have done zero research on BlackRock. They don't do research, they just kind of parrot off what other people are saying. But Heidi and I, you know, the whole point of us getting into the space was we done ridiculous amounts of research before anybody even cared about any of this. So, I mean, very few people.
I think people get excited about BlackRock or like the U.S. government or whatever, so they think they're on the same side. They think like, oh, they've come to the Bitcoin side, the side that I'm on. You have to realize that these entities and these companies serve themselves at any cost. And just because you're also invested in Bitcoin, oh, you're going to hold it in their ETF or you're going to go through their custodial solutions, you're going to lose out on why Bitcoin was created. You're going to miss the whole point because you think you're on the winning team or whatever. The winning team is a decentralized team. It's the team that's free and can transact without permission.
And some people people that I learned from, like my kind of heroes in the space are Eric Voorhees, you have Andreas Antonopoulos, you have Trace Mayer. I mean, these are the real OGs, not like the Michael Saylors. Sorry, guys.
No.
Yeah, we bought like almost a decade before him. Like, no,
Michael Saylor's telling people to custody their coins and to lend out their Bitcoin.
Yeah. Not into that. Not into that at all, guys. You got to listen
totally
to real.
The point.
You have to listen to real OGs, like I just said, with like Trace Mayer. He's incredible. Andreas Antonopoulos will teach you so much stuff about Bitcoin, and also Eric Voorhees.
Yeah, he's great.
He's really good. Understands government. He understands why this space was created.
Yeah,
and
he's not a Bitcoin maximalist too, so that's also really refreshing.
Yeah, didn't he create?
He's open-minded. Shapeshift.
Shapeshift. Yeah. So, anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful little church there. But we're gonna start doing that from time to time. We'll share with you our earlier experiences.
Yeah.
Just wanted to share with you in a very beautiful place, right, like this.
Yeah.
So, anyways, thank you for watching. Check out learningcrypto.com if you want to see what we're doing with our crypto and some killer gear. And you'll love the t-shirts in there as well. Plus, you get to see Heidi's book. You actually get to see, you get to learn why Bitcoin was created. She created a book called Why Crypto, and it is one of the best books in the crypto space learning about Bitcoin. All right, talk to you guys soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.